And if he says it's filling, you know it's filling. Believe me, he ain't lying. This guy doesn't joke around about his food. Oh, no. He is dead serious. And I'm sure it tastes delicious. It certainly smells fantastic.
You gotta be good to your body, you know? Loyal to your body. To the people you're cooking for. The whole family.
Now, they mostly feed off of mussels, herring, and crab.
Ask you to choose your question, please.
Business of war.
Business of war. Which PMC had a humble beginning in France, but now manufactures 51.5 million firearms per year, and employs an armed force the size of Mexico and Canada's total populations combined.
Oh God. I know that one.
Oh, I doubt that.
Oh gosh. A.
Wrong.
B.
The correct answer is B. Melissa. Oh, Melissa. You knew the correct answer was B. You should have tried just a little bit harder. Hey, Melissa?
This guy might. This is the last chapter in this snake's life.
I spy with my little eye the thing that goes bump in the night nearby. A sense of duty when the risks run high. The scum who wishes they didn't try. Wakey, wakey. Praying mantis, unmanned surveillance systems.
Hi guys, and welcome to Metal Gear Solid 4 stream. Now, this stream is made on PS3 using the OBS, and as you saw there, they actually did add, back in 2008, they added commercials before the game, and that got everyone by surprise. I think it is said that in Master Collection Volume 2, when the Metal Gear
control, emotion control, battlefield control, everything is monitored and kept under control. War has changed. The age of deterrence has become the age of control, all in the name of averting catastrophe from weapons weapons of mass destruction. And he who controls the battlefield controls history. More has
Hey, I
changed.
see. Welcome.
When the battlefield is under total control,
I hope the stream is fine. I hope there aren't much delays. I hope it still shows. Yeah, I suspect that there might be some lagging here because the hardware is old, especially my PC, so you can expect some lagging here. But I hope the stream overall will go smoothly. So yeah, they really did add commercials before the game, and that got everybody by surprise. That was a big surprise. Yeah, this Metal Gear Solid 4 will be part of the Master Collection Volume 2 with much improved loading times, lighting, graphics, and the frame rate. The game currently on PS3 is on 30 FPS, locked on 30 FPS. But in the Master Collection Volume 2 it should be capped at 60 frames. So one thing to note about this game is that the cutscenes in this game are somewhat long, relatively longer than the previous ones. So I hope you have lots of snacks and drinks. Because yeah, some of these cutscenes can be really long. Especially the ones with the briefing. The briefing cutscenes are actually one of the longer ones, and the final cutscene, almost at the end of the game, is still holding the world record of any game released to date. So I hope you enjoyed this stream. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing the whole playthrough of MGS 4 because I want people to experience this game for themselves. But at least this will give you an idea what kind of a game you'll be getting in terms of gameplay. And like I said, the Master Collection Volume 2 will be having 60 FPS with much faster loading times and shadow rendering. The anti-aliasing in this game, as probably you can see, it's a bit jagged, like this chord here. If you look, it looks a little jagged on the edges, but that one is fixed in the Master Collection Volume 2. Listen, the game audio is it's overlapping, can't hear you. So what about now? Is the audio balance good currently? Yeah, the audio balance through the OBS Studio is, at least for me, is difficult to handle. So I hope the game audio isn't as loud. Yeah, so now it's better. like I said, this game contains some of the longest cutscenes and still holds the world record for the longest cutscene in the whole game industry, which is around 71 minutes. That's 1 hour and 11 minutes of cutscene without pausing, continuing from shot to shot, 71 minutes. So yeah, let that one sink in.
Head north and try not to run into any geckos.
Can hear at least in the background. Yeah, so these are geckos, or bipedal weapons known as Irvings, but the gecko is their nickname, and the voice that you hear, the mooing, is because, well, because Kojima, because he can. That is the only sole reason why they are sounding like they are. So this is the introductory act, the Middle East, and the Snake's mission is to infiltrate the Middle East and stop Liquid's insurrection plans once and for all. The plot contains lots of fan service from the previous games. So if you are gonna jump into this without at least looking at some of the info that the game offers, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be really, really lost, because you have no idea what's going on, why it is, why it is going on, and why these things happen. They happen because of the previous installments, mainly because of Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. The Metal Gear Solid 3, which takes place in the Cold War that I streamed previously, is the very, very prequel to the Metal Gear series. So Metal Gear Solid 4 technically doesn't have to do anything with Metal Gear Solid 4, but it does link to all of the previous installments of those games. This cutscene, this specific cutscene, was one of the introductory trailer cutscenes when the game was in production, and they released promotional materials for the game. This specific cutscene, where it says "No place for Hideo," was meant as a joke, because Hideo Kojima always told that the Metal Gear installment would be his last. He said so during the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the Phantom Pain. He always thought that it would be his last, but it wasn't. So the Metal Gear Solid 4 was supposed to be the very last. That's why they placed it "No place for Hideo." So yeah, there are lots of references to previous games. The Kojima writing is here, so to say, at full speed. And the game contains lots and lots of references to previous installments and events. graphically, this is on PS3, so graphically I think the game holds up really, really well. I don't know if they have improved much of the graphical output in the Master Collection Volume 2, but I hope they have. Yeah, for PS3 game it's really hella good. Yeah, this the MGS3 actually utilizes almost the full capacity of PS3. The PS3 and MGS4 were basically made in tandem to work with each other. During the development of MGS4, the Konami Productions and Kojima said that they had lots of difficulties to work with the MGS4 engine specifically. The game also contains the small flashbacks, the small X on the top right corner. By pressing the X, then you get a view of flashbacks of the previous events or events related to this scenario. You're trying to get the time machine. Yeah, the lag is can be horrendous here. Yeah, I really apologize for that, but the hardware that I'm using on my PC is old, so I'm terribly sorry for that. And for you, I see, just get good with the monster. Haven't you ever played Monster Hunter? I've S-ranked it 3 times with all wings, head and tail off. It's full, not giving me it. Did you develop it? I think wasn't it supposed to be developed?
Your early aging symptoms look like classic Werner syndrome, but none of the tests were able to pinpoint the cause.
So, well, judging by how rapidly the aging has progressed, I'd say a year at best, right? Yeah.
Nope, you gotta
Snake.
You gotta get a blueprint.
Let's try another doctor.
So wait, if you have S-ranked it,
It won't make any difference.
how have you not got
Not
a
an ordinary
blueprint
man to
from it
begin with.
yet?
Not to mention Fox die.
I'll do another playthrough, but then I'm letting go till the end. Yeah, take a breather.
You're right.
Again, don't forget to eat. Yeah, it's luck based.
Where Naomi is.
Naomi.
Snake.
Colonel. Good to see you.
Well, I'm not a colonel anymore, Snake.
I figured the only place I'd see you dressed like that would be at your daughter's wedding. What are you doing these days?
I'm working for an organization under the UN Security Council. The Analysis and Assessment Staff of the PMC Oversight and Inspection Committee.
Yeah, I remember the resolution being passed a few years ago.
Snake, I came across some
Done the requirements with the chest
information
orange. Yeah.
in my work.
Pray for the orange Jesus.
We found
Drop a
him
pray for an orange Jesus. Did you get it?
in the Middle East.
What?
explain along the way. We've got to stop him. Now. Before it's too late.
Liquid's made his move. We found him.
So, a quick recap. So for those of you who have watched the MGS2 stream, the plot around there revolved around Big Shell, and in the end, they, the Snake, Raiden, Otacon, and her sister Emma, Emma sister developed a virus that could inflict, that was supposed to be inflicted into the Arsenal gear, and it would then spread a virus into the GW, which the GW comes from the name George Washington, one of the presidents of America, and it was one of the cores of the central AI system. So their idea was to disrupt that AI core to get rid of the Patriot system. The whole Patriot system is the AI that controls everything here in the USA. The information flow, data flow, everything. And this game, MGS4, takes place in the year 2014. So it's been 9 years since the Big Shell incident. And the Patriot system, the whole AI system, is so sentient and spread so wild that it already controls weapons and everything in humanity by ID tagging and locking everything, so it can have absolute control over everything the humanity does. The plot around MGS4 revolves that the main antagonist, Liquid Ocelot,
This is Snake. Do you read
tries to shut that system down by shooting down the satellite, and by doing that he tries to reverse so that the world would get rid of them, so that the world would be free of the ID control.
There are more of those things now in
And
service than tanks.
to put that into perspective,
They've got tough armor plating and are highly agile to boot.
he
Your
tries,
best bet is to
like if
stay
you
out of
think
their
about it, he
sights.
tries to make it so that that the world would have no peace, so that there are no more AI controlled things. The problem with this is that the people have already accepted it as a norm. So if he happened to do that, if he succeeds, the world would fall into anarchy and chaos, because people would, they don't know what to do.
It's a remote mobile
They would be acting like savages.
The Mark II will provide you with a map of the area as well as any battle situation data. You should find it before you do anything else.
Okay, got it.
The rendezvous point is marked on your map. I'll be waiting for you there.
And through that chaos and anarchy, the Liquid would have risen as a sort of new ruler or a god or something like that, to take over the world as it was before the AI. To make him absolute ruler, because there is no AI. Now, Snake and Otacon and his team are also trying to get rid of the Patriots, because it does really harm the humanity. But they also try to stop Liquid from gaining the control over the world. So their goals kinda align, but they have different perspective on that matter. So this is kind of a, this can split people into two. Something that the Liquid is a bad guy, and some may argue that Liquid is a good guy.
Avoid unnecessary combat whenever possible.
In this war, neither side is your enemy. There's no point whatsoever in you getting into a fight. Got it?
Nobody here. Don't scare me like that. Please don't shoot!
You can pick up guns dropped by both the militia and the PMCs. Remember though, PMC weapons are locked. You can't use them. If only there was some way to get rid of the locks.
Is anybody there? What's going on? Nobody here. Don't spook me like that.
So, this game utilizes stealth, same as the previous installments. The difference is that they have streamlined many of the features that were present in MGS 3. For example, the stealth camouflage mechanics. In MGS 3, you were supposed to switch costumes or gear to adapt to your environment. In MGS 4, they designed Octo Camo for Snake. So the Octo Camo can mimic any surface that Snake is pressed against for a second or two. So this is streamlined from MGS 3. Also the prone mechanic, which was made present in MGS Peace Walker later, made its first introduction. This was later implemented in the MGS 3 version of the Master Collection, Volume 1 in the Vita version of that game. So if you have PS3 Vita and you have Metal Gear Solid 3, you can crouch and go prone in that version, but unfortunately not in the Master Collection Volume 1 that is on PS4 and PS5. The AI, well, the AI is what it is. It's neither good nor super bad. Basically, as long as you don't lie in their pad directly, they won't spot you.
Huh? What's the enemy?
they do react to small noises, and they have a, so to say, some sense of smell. So if you knock over those urns like those, they will hear it. And depending on the difficulty, their senses are either super dumb or super sensitive and super high. And we have another semi-long cutscene with again fan service. This cutscene, this specific cutscene, was made in early 2006, and it was then modified and remade into this cutscene what it is now. It was earlier introducing Snake wearing the Octo Camo in a cutscene where he used his solid eye.
Metal Gear.
But it was then reworked into this version of a cutscene during the development.
But this gear's not a weapon. It's a remote mobile terminal designed to provide you with operational support.
So yeah, again, fan service. Metal Gear Mark II, referring to Metal Gear Rex from the MGS 1. So yeah, lots and lots of fan service in this game.
Hey, I'll be with you in spirit. Anyway, because you had to dress up as a militiaman, I had the Mark II bring you some goodies. Starting with this. Put it on your left eye.
Looks like an eye patch.
I call it the Solid Eye. It's an all-purpose goggle that displays radar images and other data in 3D. You can also switch it over to light-amplifying night vision.
The rebels are out there.
It looks like they've got the government's PMC troops beat, at least in numbers.
And this is their home turf.
Snake, I know this is a sneaking mission, but you'll need to protect yourself.
Also, the Solid Eye itself was heavily nerfed during the development. They simplified it so much that it's actually kind of shame that they left many things out. So originally the design for Solid Eye, it was the same as it is now, but it was supposed to show you a Soliton radar location when you went to the first person. It was supposed to show you the enemy data of their weapon and ammunition, but it has then, but it was revamped to a much more simplified version. So it still can show you the weapon that the enemy is using, but that's about it. And it also can show you the in what kind of condition the enemy is. Is it a normal, fearful, crying, or that kind of thing? But the original design was that when you went into the first person, it was supposed to show you Soliton radar kind of thing, the map, and all other sorts of data useful. The Soliton radar thing for the map was then moved into the start menu. So what we got is the sense ring in its place.
It's kind of a schlep, but I've sent you data on an alternate route. Follow the mark on your radar.
So when Snake either stands still or when he goes prone, the threat ring, the faint small ring that is around him, acts as a radar that shows the location of the NPCs, and the radar on the top right corner is the simplified version of the Soliton radar. So the Soliton radar that we've come to know from MGS 1 and 2 was then put into this map here on the start menu. This was supposed to be in that Soliton radar view when you go into the first person. It was supposed to be that you could see an environment data and the cone of vision and stuff like that, but it was then simplified, unfortunately. But it is what it is. PS5 should make this place not a single frame dub. Should be the present. Yeah, the frame drops in this area are heavy, and I don't know. I see. Was it confirmed that when you control Mark II,
Mark II is more than just a communication.
is it still known? Was it replaced with PS5 controller or is it PS3
Try
controller?
taking it for a spin. See for yourself what it can do.
So, when looking at Snake, he is actually holding a PS3 controller, which is actually super neat touch. I'm trying to find what controller it was, but couldn't find. Yeah, so it hasn't been confirmed. Is it a PS5 or PS3? But I really hope that it is PS5 controller. But for now, we just have to guess. But yeah, he is holding a PS3 controller. And it's a small thing, but I think it's a nice small Easter egg, so to say. So at the start, Otacon told us that there is no point getting into a fight, but it actually does benefit us to help the rebels, because when you help the rebels, it will allow you to pass through few areas much more easily, so you don't have to worry about sneaking. If you help them here, the next area that you enter can be just run through without any kind of issues. But if you don't help them here, they will see you as a hostile. But one of the guys used the Mark II, but I couldn't spot the controller. Okay, so yeah, we'll see. Not long now, we will see. And they also made it into a night vision and the binocular. They streamlined lots of features in the MGS 4. One thing that they also advertised was that the stress meter, so whenever Snake is in battle or for some reason in the sun, his stress will go up, and because of that, his psych, the stamina gauge below his life gauge is now called psych gauge. His psych will go down, and it will affect his battle performance, but that feature is so minor, like it almost have no effect whatsoever for the gameplay, that you barely notice it happening unless you specifically try to look for it. Yeah, you can, but you have to go a few steps forward before you can find it behind the corner. But yeah, you can also do that with the militia costume in both Act 1 and Act 2. You can also gain their favor by doing a specific thing in the area. For this one, for example, requires you to destroy both of the PMC vehicles in the area, both of the militia, both of the tanks, so to say.
Got my back? Alright.
There should be stairs here that will get you up. There is another RPG rocket launcher there that you can grab. There they are. There's the stairs. So we can use a catwalk here to grab the second RPG. I swear it's in a locker. Yeah, it is in a locker. That's the second RPG. There's also a chance you can get an ammunition for RPG by one of the corpses, but this is the second RPG. Tank. You just did not come. Oh.
We can't spare any reinforcements. You'll have to make do.
The game right in front of us. Oh, how lovely. I wonder if there is anything else here. Remember, was the ammo here? No, that's 556 now. Need that.
Got my back?
Still no rocket ammo. And this dude. Still no rocket ammo. Oh well.
It's pretty dark in there. Switch the solid eye to night vision mode.
You can also make them friends by giving them items, especially rations, so if they see you...
Who's that?
You can offer them
I owe you
ration, so this will make them friendly towards you. This is also the one way to pass through here if you have enough rations to offer everybody. There's gonna be two dudes coming from there, so you can just wait here, let them pass. Oh, there were three of them. Never mind. Let them pass. Grab more anesthetic ammo and proceed. Like this area, this whole area here again is just run through, nothing special.
What? You again?
Here.
Hey, thanks. Go. Don't move.
Here.
Hey, I owe you one. Go.
So yeah, if you didn't make them friendly, this is what happens most of the time. You either have to sneak past them or offer them rations. Or you can put them to sleep. Really up to you.
What? Those four ugly sons of bitches?
Who's that? Don't move. Where's the enemy?
Yep, and this happens.
Where's the enemy?
So in this locker you can find the militia uniform, and then you can put it on, and they will see you as friendly. And the alert suddenly disappears, like poof and gone. But if you help them with the two tanks that was in the previous area, they will see you as friendly, and you can just run past this area without any worries. In the beta version of this game, poof, and it's gone. They finally, yeah, they are so stupid that the same guy who just put on the militia uniform was like, yep, not our guy, moving on. So in the development version of this game, when you press start, when you go to camouflage, the snake is standing, but in the beta version, in the production version, he was actually crouching. His position was crouching, so he was in this position, and when you press the option, he's still in the same position. So they changed that for some reason, I don't know why. So another somewhat long cutscene, mostly with expose of system locking ID thing, how the Patriot controls the gun and why Snake can't use the specific guns unless he infects himself with the new nanomachines and stuff. But that is the gist of this cutscene. The Mr. Grey, that's his name. The Mr. Grey here is mostly for comical relief.
Pretty sweet, huh?
And they added that sometimes when something happens and Snake doesn't like it or it gets his mood down, his psych gauge, the small gauge below his life gauge, will go down during the cutscene. And if you didn't know about this, you could actually restore the psych by repeatedly pressing the X.
All shapes, all sizes. But there's no need to worry, because all my shit's been long.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy that ID log feature was in MGS 2.
You see, I take ID guns like the PMCs use and make some mods. Then you can use them without having to match IDs. In other words, I'm a gun launderer. You can call me Drebin.
Drebin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why Raiden, for example, couldn't just pick up and go the enemy's guns, because they were actually ID locked.
You ain't a registered PMC employee, are you? You need a guy like me. Consider the welcome gift. Take it. The M4, the official carbine model used by the U.S. Army, developed from the M16 service rifle. This one's a top-of-the-line model, real popular with the big PMCs. High precision, not like that government-issue shit. It's, free-floating, of course. Relax, that barrel's clean.
Is the hider CQC compatible?
The beauty of this sucker is that it's got a lot of customizable parts. Change it up the way you want to meet your
the M4 custom.
Flip up sight, rail system. Not bad.
The one problem with this game is that it has tons of guns, like a lot of guns, pistols, rifles. But if you're going the stealth route, you're not gonna need them. So his sight gauge went down by repeatedly pressing the X button in the later cutscenes, not in this one, but later you can actually restore his sight gauge. This one is a mandatory depletion. It will restore by itself after he was injected with the new nanomachines. But yeah, the problem with this game is that it has so much guns that you don't know what to do with. But if you're going the stealth route, yeah, you're not gonna be using any of them except the tranquilizer gun, maybe smoke grenades, and that's about it. Maybe stun grenades.
From the looks of it,
unless specifically you're gonna need a rocket launcher or something against a vehicle or another boss. Yeah, you're not gonna be much using them. The Beauty and the Beast boss battles, the first form of them, the beast mode, which they are in the mechanical form, you can use any weapon you want and it doesn't count as a kill. But during the Beauty form of the fights, you have to use a tranquilizer gun if you want to go non-lethal route. Yeah, the smoke grenades are, yeah,
I don't particularly
they
like
are,
the guy,
but you can also use
but
the
it looks
stun
like we'll need his help
grenades,
with those ID guns.
especially if you know how to exploit the first octopus, the laughing octopus fight. You have to use stun grenades in the specific way to stun the frogs.
Somalia, the Balkans,
Yeah, or use the solar gun in the second form. Yeah, the solar gun as well is a non-lethal weapon, but it will run out of ammo pretty quickly.
How's he pull it off anyway?
Especially during the Act 3. On the motorcycle chase, you basically have to use a trank guns to take out enemies non-lethally, and if you and solar gun will run out of ammo pretty quickly.
On the inside, erasing records for it.
You think the Patriots are involved somehow?
I'm not so sure. If the Patriots were running the system from behind the scenes, then a weasel like Drebin would be a real pain in their collective ass.
Can he be trusted?
Remember, Drebin's a green collar. He makes his living off the war economy.
Yeah, use the solar gun for the second form.
We ready to make a deal or what?
So this is basically just Drebin explaining that whenever we pick a gun, any extra gun that we don't already have, we're just gonna get points, and to translate, that's just money, so we can buy more ammo for the guns and new weapons. That's the gist of this cutscene. That's it. He's gonna infect the snake with nanomachines, with newer generation, so he can use those guns. And this will give us the custom M4.
I know what you're thinking, but Drebin does have a point.
Snake,
so yeah, starting
hurry
from
and get
this
to the
point on,
rendezvous point with our informants.
any additional gun that we don't already own is gonna turn into a points. That's about it. That's it. So yeah, Snake has been given few new tricks, like the pro walking. He can also turn to his back to play dead, and he can also crouch, or he can roll sideways. This feature was later added in the Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes. Sleep gas mine. I don't know when you would use that unless you specifically try. The one useful gun in a fight is the shotgun with the stun shells. That one is super useful. You can stun enemies relatively quickly without killing them. So yeah, this is the Drebin introduction shop. We could get Tanegashima. That's the shotgun that can fire stun rounds. Mosin Nagant non-lethal sniper rifle, grenades, petrol bombs, all of this. Like, there's so much of these handguns, machine guns, rifles, that I don't even know in what situation would I be able to use all of them. Custom parts for weapons, mostly silencers, maybe a grenade launcher, but mostly silencers. Yep, the gun I'm trying. Yeah, Icy is trying to get Tanegashima. That would be the antique rifle, which is this one. Yeah, so Drebin shop, exchange points, and if you play this game on Wednesday or Sunday, if the real time is a Wednesday or Sunday, you get 20% off. Or if you get to the very final act of the game, into the Outer Haven, you get 50% off of every weapon.
Careful, Snake. The walls could come down any second.
But yeah, So if you're gonna go stealth route, you're not gonna use any of these guns, most likely, unless you really want to. Even the Mosin Nagant here is a somewhat loud weapon. You can't put a suppressor on it, so good luck with that. Grenade launcher not needed. AK 106 not needed. The stun knife, well, maybe if you want to do a knife run. The game gives you kind of illusion that you have a multiple paths of taking the route, but in reality you can just choose between a path that has no enemies or the path that has fewer enemies, but they still lead to the same place. So yeah, there's that. Once you complete the game, or once you progress far enough, you can get an option to buy different tranquilizer ammo from the representing the beasts: the laughing octopus, the crying wolf, raging raven, and the crying mantis. They each give you a specialized tranquilizer bullets, which then causes the specific state for the enemy. So if you shoot Raging Raven's tranquilizer bullet into an enemy, he will go into a rage state. Nice, you got finally the Rattler's wing. Nice, finally. How many attempts did that take you? And here we have some comedic relief. But again, there is an explanation for this, why he is like that, and... ooh, 15 attempts. Well, hard work has been paying off you, I see. Good job, finally. Now you can eat something. Chicken on standby. So your chicken is on standby. Are you gonna send it into a battle?
Your radar is marked with which way to go.
Oh, so they see me as hostile. Yeah, they see me as hostile because I didn't help them in a previous section. So we're just gonna put on our militia costume and poof! Where did that guy go? Nobody knows. What happened? No, he was just a second ago there. Poof! And it's gone. The alarm is gone. Yeah. That's how it works. So there are like paths. You can go up there to the balcony. You can shoot the tank. You can go... if you go here, there's fewer enemies. If you go straight, you're still gonna get into the enemy firing line, but it's gonna be so much harder, or that's what the game wants you to think. We're just gonna take the easy route through here. There's a sniper up there. Again, the game gives you an illusion that if you go straight, you have to go through the sniper's area, or we can just take the left route here and just bypass the sniper completely.
If only you could find a route that takes you behind them.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking the route behind them. So yeah, we're just gonna go through here, and this is all gonna lead you to same places anyway. What I want to do is to get rid of this, and so that they would see me as friendly. We could go through this building, we could go through the streets. The building is much more safer. There are fewer enemies, but they are easily avoided. This is the one place, at least for now, that I have found use for the sleep mine. So, I'm just gonna place a mine here. Like so. And it will activate once the enemy passes through there. So we're just gonna wait here. These two guys are gonna have a conversation.
I'll put the heat on them from below.
Then we're just gonna go out of the way. And we're just gonna wait here till the other guy comes down. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and box. Now he's nice and sleepy. There we go. So yeah, this is the one of the instances that I have personally found use for the sleep gas mine, but I can't think any other instance. If you can, please do let me know, because I'm curious to know where else can you use this mine. Fights with Meryl, you can place him to places where frogs jump, so when they do hit the mine and go to sleep. Yeah, you could do that, or you could just use the shotgun to their face with the slug ammo that puts them to stun. So yeah, here's the question, like, if I know a much more effective way, why would I use slower way in an intense fight?
Suppressing fire!
there's actually one funny thing that if you have killed way too many enemies, well, it's not slow in a way. You place them before the fight, and when it starts, they go to sleep, skipping the instant. Yeah, that one true. That one is true though. So one funny thing is that if you kill way too many enemies, this corner here will spawn enemies through this fence. They will climb over this fence and they will continuously keep spawning. Again, this is one of the well, choices you can make here. You can either take the direct route into the building ahead, this one where we are heading. You can take either the side door over there, or you can take the safer route, the door that is way over there. So again, this is just kind of matter of choice, whichever one you prefer more. Oh yeah, and before they see me, that was my grabbing point. Yeah, this place here spawns infinite enemies, and that helicopter also spawns in regular intervals. So you can basically just keep farming these weapons here infinitely. Just wait for the dudes to die if you don't want to kill them, or you can keep killing the enemy NPCs to get their weapons. And yeah, you can get infinite weapon points, and the rocket launcher gives you what, 10,000? 6,000. Yeah, it gives you 6,000 points already. So if this dude here dies or goes to sleep, like so, he drops his weapon, and we get 6,000 points. So yeah, this is infinite weapon farm place. As long as you want, as much as you want. So practically. Helicopter, helicopter, paracopter, paracopter, no more. Bye bye. If I remember correctly, there was one gun here behind this wall. Yeah, there was something definitely here. Ammo, more anesthetic ammo. But yeah, this is the area to farm weapons after weapons. 900 points per assault rifle. Easy money, so to say. Shut up. What? It was a helicopter. No? Yeah, so this door over here is slightly safer way to go. And again, this is just a place to run through. There are no enemies currently, as of yet. But there will be. They introduce a frog unit in this version of the game. They resemble the Tengu units from the MGS2, but they are still different unit. The difference being that the Tengu unit was the Arsenal Gear's own defensive unit, which was, I believe, deployed by the US Army, and the Frog unit is Liquid's own personal unit, which are the defenders of the Outer Haven place that the Liquid is owner of. And reason why the Frog unit is all female is because, well, because Kojima can. Yeah, that's the answer. Because Kojima can, so they are all females. Also, if you probably have seen some of the clips of the beauty units, but yeah, because they are real life models, the women who acted for them. Yeah, the camera positioning can be very interesting, to say one thing about it. Yes, yeah, let's go with interesting camera positioning. Yeah, that's the word of the day, interesting. Yeah, because he felt like it. Yeah, because Kojima can. Because he woke up one morning and decided, man, I need me some women soldiers. Yeah, let's put that into my game. Yeah, that's why they are all women, the Frog unit. There's actually probably no other reason for it. The product placement in this game also, it's almost everywhere. One product that they advertised was the Regainer drink. I don't know what kind of a real life drink that is, but yeah, it is. I wonder if we have it here. Nope, not yet, but they do. But we do have a cup noodles. If you're interested, we do have cup noodles. The original and still the best. Just add hot water and in 3 minutes you'll be feasting on Hide-chan's thick juicy noodles in a cup. Hide-chan ramen. So yeah. Product placement is everywhere. Also, if you're a fan of Apple and iPod, we got iPod. Product placement, and this is the 30 gig version. I think it's coffee. Yeah, probably is coffee or something like that. The Regainer, the yellow bottle. Insta coffee or something like that. And now follows again a semi-lengthy cutscene with exposure of what are the nanomachines and why Meryl quit the unit. That's the gist of the next cutscene. That's about it. I just know I never used it. Yeah, exactly. You never used it. So many items, so much needless items. The compress can be good in a stress if your psych is too high. The compress can be good, but except for rations, I don't know. The syringe, which Naomi gives you, can be useful, and you need to use it during one of the fights. Here. One of the boss fights, but I don't know.
Easy now.
Don't move. You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
Careful, I'm no rookie. I'm a 10-year vet.
move. CQC, real big boss, huh? Lower your weapon! Slowly now. I wouldn't try anything funny if I were you.
Fox.
Snake? Snake?
Meryl.
Is that you? What happened to your face?
Metal Gear X takes so many damn trank shots. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Actually, interesting thing I see. During my MGS3 stream, when I played the end credits, I don't know if you were then or if you left, but because I played the way to fall for 2 or 3 seconds, I don't know, 5 seconds, that stream got demonetized because of that. Yeah, because I let the end song Way to Fall play for 5 seconds. Yep, copyright. Yeah, it said that it does not have any effect on my channel, but it got copyrighted. Because of the 5 seconds. Yeah, stupid. Happened to me in my MGS3 Foxhound video 6 years ago. Yeah. Which is, this is what I mean, like, the original MGS3 song, the Snake Eater theme, is monetized. If you play it fully, you get demonetized. But the new one in MGS Delta is not monetized, and you don't get copyright for it. Which is idiotic. It's the same song. So, again, licensing issues or something. I don't know. I don't care. Speaking of which, that's my older video on my channel. But is it the oldest video or older video?
Since Liquid arrived in the area.
Like, what's your very first video on your channel? I actually haven't even checked. What's your very first video?
She doesn't look like a combatant. Probably some kind of advisor. Maybe a scientist. The nanomachines keep track of the soldiers and their real-time personal
So
data
yeah, this
24
section
hours
here
a day.
explains what the nanomachines are. They are what they are. They are nanomachines. They control
wounds,
almost
rations,
everything in
water
human
intake and
body.
supply, sweat secreted, heart rate, blood pressure and sugar levels, oxygen. All the data gathered on body condition, on sensory organ data showing pain and fear, data on every internal response within the body. All of it is collected by an AI.
No, that is so cool. Can we see it? Can you unprivate it? Can you make it public for everyone to see? Literally you playing Pixel Gun 3D?
It's being used by the US military, by state armies in allied countries, by PMCs. Even police agencies
So yeah,
are starting
the
to
gist
adopt
of it that the nanomachines in soldiers' body just control and regulate everything that he does, think or do or whatever, so that he won't be freaked out during the battle. So this is one of the important piece of information during this game. Oh hell no. Aww, but I wanted to see it. Fine, keep it to yourself then. After everything I have not done for you.
Didn't the Colonel tell you he was sending me?
Colonel? Don't tell me it's Campbell.
Yeah.
He put you up to this?
Well, I can play it with audio.
Move!
So yeah, this is the frog fight. So, bunch of female frogs, frog-like soldiers appear. And we're just gonna battle through them. I'm thinking shotgun, right? With stun ammo. Regain R. Registered trademark. Lightning in a black-yellow can. The only trick that can give Snake going 24 hours a day. And I can play it, but I got young neon there. So yeah, this is basically a coffee in a can or bottle or whatever. Another version of the shotgun, which is much better. Getting that will take a while, but this is another option if you want to play non-lethally. Yeah, you can use this the V-ring, the shotguns, and just try to aim at their head, so they won't get damaged, but they will get stunned. So. I see. A question for you: Is the MGS are the MGS podcasts copyrighted? If I play MGS podcast here, is it copyrighted or not? Yeah, the Integral podcast. That's the I'm not sure, but I presume it isn't. It's in a game thing, and yeah, that's what I think too. it's fine. So yeah, one of the things that they were doing was the podcasts for this game. So podcasts. Yeah, and there's only one, I think. The rest, I think. No, I died the same time you did. So they did a podcast for. There was like 5 episodes, I think. But now there's only one left. So I don't know what happened to the rest of the 4.
And now, Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast. Recorded at Konami HQ in downtown Tokyo, this is your host, Ryan Payton, for the exclusive in-game broadcast of Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast. Welcome to the first ever Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast, number 1. It's going to be included in MGS 4. As you know, playing through the game, as you're doing right now, you've got the iPod equipped, and you're listening to this show, and you're going to be able to download future shows in the coming months. But first, let me introduce Aki Saito, who's joining me on the program.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for joining me, Aki. It's kind of weird. We're in the future now. It's 106 days in the future that we're recording this.
Yes.
Or that we're broadcasting. So we're recording this in February, knowing that this is going to be burnt onto the Blu-ray disc for millions of people to enjoy.
Exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never been burnt on a Blu-ray disc before.
Me neither.
So people listening to this, they come across the iPod in MGS4. They come across this episode, and they're wondering, now what exactly is this, and what is this for?
Yes.
Good question.
It's just to, well, actually, there's a lot of music, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need to ease the tension when you're playing the game,
right?
Things like that as well.
You can play your own music. You can play this. You can ease the tension by listening to our voices,
our stupid conversation.
Yes. And you also ease the tension of Snake.
Yes.
Because his sight gauge will fill up if you're listening to music,
exactly.
or if you're listening to this program. Metal Gear Solid 4 Integral Podcast. This is really cool in the game. Obviously, as players know, they're playing this on an Apple iPod, not just a generic MP3 player. Now, Aki, you worked on this project. You worked on getting improvements from Apple. Can you talk about that process of getting the iPod into the game, which is very cool?
Yes. Well, Kojima always comes up with cool ideas, and at that time still is. Everyone has an iPod as their favorite music player. And we thought, as Hideo, Mr. Kojima is a great Apple fan as well. We thought that why not we put the actual iPod in the game for Snake to use as an item, which is a cool idea. So it was really fun working with Apple because they're really nice guys actually.
And you're a super fan of Apple.
Well, yes, me too. Hideo and I are the last sole survivors within the company to have the Mac PCs on our desks and work on it.
But you take it a step further. You have a competitor's laptop, it's a PC-based laptop, with an Apple sticker over their brand, over their logo on that laptop, so people from a distance think you're on a PowerBook or something.
Yeah. Well, that's actually I customize inside as well. So at home, I've always been an Apple user, and it's I changed the inside as well, and it's I don't know, it's just more fun when you're working.
Right.
You get dull, and you want to work on a computer that you love.
Well, you like to be that rebel.
Yeah.
Well. But it's funny. But it's funny because you don't have to be a rebel if you're outside of Japan, like especially like in the States. You see Macintosh, you see Netflix, and all over the place. But really, the iPod is synonymous with MP3 players. And so you got in the game. You have to go through a bunch of different checks.
Well, yeah, I did a couple of rounds of trying to get approval, but what I did was this was really cool. They actually wanted to see how you're playing right now.
Snake,
so what I
Jonathan needs a hand.
And I made a video with the staffs of Kojima Productions.
was so good. Yeah. So those were the internal podcasts. That was the only one of the sample of the first episode. But I believe they are making a comeback in the Master Collection Volume 2 if the iPod, and actually it is still in the Master Collection Volume 2. So my guess is that we can download all of these episodes in-game through the database that is coming to the Master Collection Volume 2.
Move it! Get down!
Snake, Akiba's been knocked out.
So yeah, that was the small section of this fight. This section is still continuing in the lower level of this building, which we're gonna drop, but after that it's back to sneaking through the battlefield.
I know where Liquid is.
Yeah. Okay, time to head for the surface.
play this act, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream any more of the MGS4 after that, because like I said, I don't want people to get spoiled, or whoever watches this, but yeah, this is the gameplay of MGS4, and in Master Collection 2 Volume 2 the graphics have gotten a little better. The frame drops practically have been removed because of the better hardware, better frame rate, 60 FPS of course, shadows, the anti-aliasing have been gone significantly more up, so the shadows are smoother, the loading times are way better and faster, like it's instantaneous. So yeah, that's basically... Oh great,
Snake,
the tank
are
ran
you
over
all
me.
right? Snake? Snake!
So yeah, in terms of gameplay, this is what to expect from MGS4. Lots of expose cutscenes, long cutscenes, especially the briefing cutscenes, the 4 acts that have. They are somewhat long. The gameplay overall is good for, especially on PS3, it's still good. It is good. It's responsive. It's snappy. It's easy to handle. The snake controls very good. There's no input delay, especially on the movement, which is actually pretty good. And this game, like I said, this was made for PS3 back in 2008, so it still holds up very good for today, even for today's standards. But yeah, if people are gonna go into MGS4 without playing, or at least looking up the story up to this point, they are gonna be lost somewhat, because this story almost requires you to know what happened previously. So if you are gonna play this, my recommendation is that you look up the story up to this point, because this takes 9 years after the events of previous Metal Gear. But yeah, the game is much more, it's still the stealth based, but it has much more action sequences like this. There is the whole Act 3 thing, which I'm not gonna get much into, but suffice to say it's much more stealth based. And I'm not gonna spoil Act 4 for those who don't know or haven't seen. So that is one of the things that you should look forward to. So yeah, as of now we have 7 days left till MGS Master Collection Volume 2.
Hands up.
Find what you're looking for? Huh.
now next cutscene will introduce us to the main bosses of the game, the B&B unit, Beauty and the Beast unit. And they are also kind of a throwback to the previous bosses, Sniper Wolf, Psycho Mantis, Vulcan Raven. And I believe the last one is the Decoy Octopus. The Laughing Octopus, the first boss that we're going to be facing in the next act, is a throwback to the Decoy Octopus from the MGS 1. That's the B&B unit, Beauty and the Beast unit, one of the main bosses for this game that we're gonna see starting from the next chapter.
Northwest.
Hey.
So what the fuck, I got all the mission S rank, an extra ops mission, and I didn't get the trophy. So you must be missing something then. Did you check every single number? There's 125 or 24 missions, so either you have to go one by one in numeric order. Nope, got all of them. Is it glitched or bugged then? I honestly 128. Okay. So probably no other explanation than you must be missing something. I hope. Yeah, there's probably no other explanation that you're missing really something. Do the dump extra ops and 1 and 2 count? I think they do. For my understanding, they do count. So maybe those. They have a rank to get though. That one I can't remember. That one you need to check. If they have a rank to get, then they count. But if they don't have a rank, then I guess they don't count.
Something there?
So yeah, this is the end of Act 1. After this cutscene, or this cutscene initiates the end of Act 1. And yeah, there are some important things in this cutscene. One mainly being the why the soldiers are gonna go all haywire suddenly. So in the previous in one of the cutscenes, the Merrill explained that the nanomachines control soldiers' body and everything in it. And I mentioned that they basically regulate their abilities and prevent them from getting stressed, and so that they can handle themselves in battle. So what happens here is all of the nanomachines in those soldiers' bodies, including Snake's, are gonna shut down, like literally shut down. So all of the stress, emotions, everything that they have experienced will gonna come rushing into their bodies, into the brain, and they can't handle it. Snake, even though he is affected, he isn't affected as much because he does still have the older generation nanomachines in his body. So this is what happens basically in this cutscene, and this is what Liquid Ocelot is trying to achieve, to make the control, to free the people from the control of the nanomachines and the system itself.
I knew it. Snake, you're here to kill Liquid, aren't you?
That's the mission. Are you going to stop me?
My mission is to inspect the PMCs. I'm not in a position to take action. All I can do is stand by and watch. I can't help you, understand? I'm a peacekeeper, here to keep order.
Activate it.
What?
So yeah, this is where the nanomachines are shutting down in their bodies, and this is why they're all going crazy and almost dying from the overflowing emotions. Nice. So you got it now.
Commander!
Congratulations. I see. For getting all the extra ops on S rank, that was a huge grind. Now you can rest easy. And now you can start it all over again in the Master Collection Volume 2. You can grind it all over again then, I guess. Right? think the game got bugged since I went to that extra ops for Zadornov and it must have been past it for some reason, but it didn't count as passed. Well, at least you got it then. So yeah, this marked the end of Act 1. Like I said, I probably won't be streaming any more of this, so you now have the gist of the game, of the basic plot. And I probably will be streaming the whole game once the Master Collection Volume 2 comes out. Actually, it's not probably, but I will be streaming the whole game there. But just like here, I probably will be skipping some of the cutscenes because, like I said, they are long. Some of the cutscenes are super long, and most of them are just either plot filler or not necessary at all. But yeah, definitely I will be streaming the whole game once the Master Collection Volume 2 will be coming out, and also the Peace Walker on it, even though I already streamed once on the PS3. But yeah, this was the MGS 4, the first act of the game, so I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. I'll probably will be streaming the next MGS game on PS5. Now the miscellaneous trophies and the Peace Walker Platinum is mine. Good job, IC. Good job. So you don't have much left anymore. But yeah, thanks for watching, and the new episode of the MGS board game is up. The Prison Cell Escape. If you haven't seen that one, please go check it out. But I'll see you guys on the next stream. I'll probably be streaming either a little bit later today, a tiny stream after this, or tomorrow later in the evening. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thanks and bye.